Jonah, son of Amittai, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me." But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. Then the Lord sent a great wind on the sea, and such a violent storm arose that the ship threatened to break up. All the sailors were afraid, and each cried out to his own god, and they threw the cargo into the sea to lighten the ship. But Jonah had gone below deck, where he lay down and fell into a deep sleep. The captain went to him and said, "How can you sleep? Get up and call on your God. Maybe he will take notice of us so that we will not perish." I asked him, "What should we do to you to make the sea calm down for us?" "Pick me up and throw me into the sea," he replied. Then they took Jonah and threw him overboard. Now the Lord provided a huge fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Inside the fish, Jonah prayed to the Lord his God. He said, "All your waves and breakers swept over me. I said, I have been banished from your sight. Yet I will look again toward your holy temple. The engulfing waters threatened me. The deep surrounded me. Seaweed was wrapped around my head. Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them. But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed, I will make good. I will say, salvation comes from the Lord." And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. The Lord came to Jonah a second time. "Go to the great city of Nineveh, and proclaim to it the message I give you." Jonah obeyed the word of the Lord and went to Nineveh. Jonah began by going a day's journey into the city, proclaiming, 40 more days, and Nineveh will be overthrown." The Ninevites believed God. When Jonah's warning reached the king of Nineveh, he rose from his throne, took off his royal robes. This is the proclamation he issued in Nineveh. "Let everyone call urgently on God. Let them give up their evil ways and their violence." When God saw what they did, and how they turned from their evil ways, he relented. Jonah, this seemed very wrong, and he became angry. Jonah had gone out and sat down at a place east of the city. There he made himself a shelter, sat in its shade, and waited to see what would happen to the city. Then the Lord God provided a leafy plant and made it grow up over Jonah to give shade for his head to ease his discomfort. But at dawn the next day God provided a worm, which chewed the plant, so that it withered. But God said to Jonah, "Is it right for you to be angry about the plant?" "It is," he said, "and I'm so angry I wish I were dead." But the Lord said, "You have been concerned about this plant, though you did not tend it or make it grow. It sprang up overnight and died overnight. And should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, in which there are more than 120,000 people who cannot tell their right hand from their left,